start over. Look at all that production value. Isn't that amazing? Welcome back to another exciting edition of the Pointless Exercise Podcast. We are live streaming again. We don't know why, just because we can. Don't need a reason, as long as you can do it. Joining me, as always, are Praz and Oleg. Guys, how are you?
Great. Now I can wave.
Doing very well.
Yes, you can really. That's right. You used to wave all the time when no one could see you.
Yeah.
Praz, why don't you plug your other pod, since I'm terrible and I forget to let you do it half the time.
Absolutely. It's kind of become like the alternating week thing I do with my co-host on that podcast out of unavailable on work sometimes, but the other podcast I do, Bums in the Bleachers, you can find it on the Chicago Sports Bums YouTube channel. That'll be usually every other Monday or Tuesday night. So check us out there. Had Andy on for an episode about a year ago talking some Sammy Sosa. Yeah, some good stuff on there, similar to this. You know, we've been doing it live ever since we started.
Well, I'm glad we could catch up.
Well, to be fair, they're way younger than us, Andy.
That's true. I'm amazed I can do any of this stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So we're here to talk about the second place Cubs.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought
Second
because you
place
had your Bears shirt on that, like, we were just assuming the season was over. We're fully transitioning to Bears.
Training camp has started. So let's just talk Bears.
Yeah.
That's the sound of half the internet turning us off immediately. It's going to be fine. Brewers can't win every game for the rest of the year, can they? Has that ever been
Brewers
done?
can, sure.
I hope
60,
not.
can they win 61 more in a row? You know, they control their own destiny. If they win out, the Cubs can't catch them.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true. They're the
Unfortunately,
driver's
you know,
seat. Yeah.
unfortunately for them, the Cubs have actually played them pretty well head-to-head against each other. And I think it's safe to say that since the last time the Cubs and Brewers have played each other, they have not played a team as good as the Cubs since then. Certainly not the team they just played out of the All-Star break in Los Angeles.
That is also, though, way before the Brewers acquired their MVP candidate, Andrew Vaughn.
Wait, are you talking about Andrew Vaughn or Andrew Braun? I'm calling him Andrew Braun these days now that he's with Milwaukee.
Oh, are you suggesting that he's not a natural athlete?
I'm not saying. I'm just saying. You know, it's a little bit of a trend up there.
Are we going to have to send somebody up there to take his urine sample home
Yes.
before he turns it in?
Yeah.
Correct. Make sure it gets nice and warm and positive.
Could it just be that the White Sox are really bad at this? And
At developing
Vaughn really
players?
was kind of good because Gavin Sheets is like a useful player for the
Yeah.
Padres.
Could be. Yeah.
Way to go, Jed. Jed should go load up on White Sox then at the deadline.
Can Luis Robert play third base?
Unlock their. Well, he could play left, and Ian Happ could play third.
Oh, yeah, there you go. There you go.
That would
Yep.
work. The speedy Ian Happ.
You know what I've noticed is that Ian Happ seems to go on a streak. Right before we do our podcast.
He's on one now.
Is he? He had a home run the other day.
Yeah. That's not much of a streak.
Well,
No,
home run from
that's
him.
as much of a streak
as a
as-
righty too.
That's as much of a streak as Lou Brown's winning streak from Major League.
a moth in the studio.
Oh boy. Hope
With
Norm
my
Macdonald's not
ninja-like
around.
reflexes, I caught it. Well, no, in today's newsletter, and I know Oleg is still halfway through yesterday.
No. Yeah, yes. Today's I read.
Okay,
Today's were good.
so
Good
I
trade deadline. and
I
stuff.
assumed all along we found out Pete wasn't going to play that Seiya would be the center fielder because
Mhm.
Hep can't run. I mean, it's been a thing this year where he's
You did make it. Yeah.
thrown out on plays he should easily make. He scored from second on a single the other day when there should have been a play and he barely made it. So I looked him up, and his speed has gone
Mhm.
down quite a bit this year. And I don't know. He hurt his hamstring early in the year. It might just be that, or he could be
Right.
slow because it's gotten. If you go back through his Statcast data, it has dropped every single year, and now it's say he's in the 48th percentile. Say is 68th. So when JD was like, I wonder if it was a bigger park if Ian would be playing center. It's like, I hope not,
hmm
unless you want
Well-
every ball to roll to the fence.
I think that's one of the side effects of hair plugs.
It could be, or maybe when they came in all luscious, the extra weight has slowed him down. There's too much hair now. Actually, we know from the time he had the walk-off hit and they all dumped water on him that not a lot of hair up there.
No.
He's fighting a losing battle.
Didn't really do much for old Happer.
Did you guys enjoy the what's going on right now? The Rich Hill start, but
Yeah.
all the isn't this great? No, fuck Rich Hill. He's the worst,
Yeah.
don't care.
Yeah.
and he's never really been that good. He's pitched for 21 years. He has 90 wins.
Yeah.
It's an interesting story that he keeps getting a chance, but I like your take in the newsletter that they're going to trade this. This is his.
Yeah, he's
start.
being showcased for the Cubs.
I mean, listen, we should give him some credit in the fact that it was Brian Bannister who revived his career, and then the White Sox went on to hire Brian Bannister to run their pitching department, and he has not done the same thing at all with them. So in a way,
Well-
Rich Hill has really done us all a favor.
He also didn't tell the White Sox, "Ooh, we should get Rich Hill."
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
The White Sox of all teams, they didn't hardly have enough guys for a roster, and they didn't bring Rich Hill in. Who's that old
It's
guy in
always-
the parking lot? It's Rich Hill. Well, fuck him.
It's always funny because I do think about that. Like whenever I see somebody signing, like in the middle of the year, like David Robertson, right? He just signed with the Phillies. Like,
Yeah.
are you saying that no other teams wanted him? Like no other teams were interested, and then why are the Phillies interested?
Bleacher Nation would have signed him. Those guys were all over. They were so they were distraught when spring training started and there was no David Robertson.
And let me tell you this: if the Phillies are interested in the guy they traded away for David Robertson the first time around, they might
Yeah.
be able to have him after last night.
I think Brown is just simply a reliever. He was pretty good
Yeah.
for a couple of innings.
Yes, which should just
It was
be his
really-
role. Then.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they just can't afford to. They can't afford to not, try to bulk pitch him. They don't have anyone else.
And then there was all the. I mean, the fifth inning was kind of absurd. I mean,
Mhm.
but still, it's like, all right, could you strike one of the Royals out? Maybe, if
Right.
let's
Be nice.
try something. Let's try something else. If they're gonna somehow magically hit the ball 18 feet when we can't get to it, just strike one of them out. They're the fucking Royals, for God's sake.
So I know it probably I don't know what kind of bias it is, but when on our softball team when we played softball, we used to have what we called a Cody's inning. We have just one inning where everybody seemed to fuck something up, like just constant, like just nobody could make a play, and it was we just called it the Cody's inning, and that's what it was, right? That's what our softball team's called, and like I feel like the Cubs have had at least a couple of those this year, like fifth inning last night being one example. And I feel like it's always been Ben Brown on the mound. Now, again, this is probably all sorts of recency bias and things like that, but that's what it feels like. Because I'm like, am I wrong in thinking there was at least one other one that the Cubs had while Ben Brown was on the mound?
There's one that sticks out to me when they were down in St. Louis against the Cardinals when he
Yeah.
gave up 6 runs in that inning, I want to say.
Well, it wasn't just him giving up the runs because Brent Brown did make a couple of pitches and a couple of balls that were put in play that probably should have either wound up being outs or something. Yeah, it wasn't necessarily like where the field was kind of like you can't really call it. They were just softly hit balls that landed that maybe somebody could have caught or like just weird plays that the fielders would make. But I don't know what it is or what it would say about a pitcher if he was on the mound for more than one of those, right? But it just seems like Ben Brown has been on the mound for a couple of those, and I could be completely wrong.
Well,
I had no idea how to look that up. I'm like, how do I even begin without spending 2 hours looking at it?
That's what you have to do. Is spend 2 hours.
Oh man, what's AI good for?
If you listen to Remember This Crap, in the 2002 edition, we talked about Juan Cruz and how how anytime there was an error, Juan took it as like an excuse to give up multiple runs. In that year, I just looked it up.
Everybody come around.
He gave up 13 unearned runs.
Yep. I remember you guys mentioned that.
In 9 starts. And you'd feel it like it's like a 2-out error, and Juan is like, "Well, it's time for batting practice." It's like, why? Why?
These runs don't count.
Get the next guy out, Juan. Here it comes. Oh, it's like, like when they literally throw back, they just show you the ball and then they throw it. That's what Juan would do. It's like, Juan, stop it.
He'd go like this to show that it's a curveball.
Don Baylor's just staring out from the dugout. Is that guy on our team? Yes. Don, you want to get him? No. It was
man.
The Nisei Lounge posted the box score from Rich Hill's first ever start. Did you see that yesterday?
No, yeah.
And people were looking at the names. What I looked at was in a game that the Cubs, I think, barely lost, Dusty double switched Derek Lee out and Enrique Wilson in.
At first base?
Yep.
At first freaking base?
Yep. I was like, well, good. Thanks, Dusty.
Yeah, thanks for.
He was really something.
Probably robbed him of the MVP from taking him out of that game.
Well, what's the point? What's the point of that?
He was only hitting 3, and you could just only see the first 2 digits of the batting average, and Lee's was 380 something.
Yeah.
It's like, why is he? Did he fall down the dugout stairs? Why is he out?
And he's a really good defensive first baseman, so you're not switching him out for defense.
No, Dusty's like, we need the little fat toad. Enrique Wilson literally looked like a frog.
Yes.
This was not I'm not doing the George Steinbrenner Hideki Irabu thing.
Yeah.
He looked like an actual frog.
Man.
Oh, maybe it wasn't.
Wasn't he also the guy on the Yankees that I think Manny Ramirez got in trouble for because he was friends with him and would always go out to dinner with him when they would play each other?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Is this it? I gotta look it up now. Nothing like doing this live. All right, I'm gonna take it.
What Enrique Wilson?
I know why Dusty did it. The Cubs. It was not. The Cubs can be 15-5.
Oh, okay.
He's like, all right, Derek, that's enough. You can. But yeah, it looks weird when Derek Lee hitting 385 comes out. So Enrique Wilson hitting 133 can get 2 at bats at first base. Now I understand. I'd like to apologize to Dusty. No, I really don't. Fuck Dusty. Fuck Rich Hill.
He robbed him of the MVP by pulling him from that game.
Probably hit 2 homers. Cubs would have lost 15-7, but Derek would have had a better shot at winning the Triple Crown.
Yes.
It was June 15th. Dusty knew by then.
Yeah.
That was Rich's debut. He lasted 1 inning. Maddox started. Rich came in relief, gave up 2 runs. Greg, not a vintage Greggy performance. 3 2/3, 8 hits, 7 runs, 3 strikeouts, 2 walks.
I was gonna say after 04, some of those Maddox starts in 05 and 06, part of his second go around here were not pretty.
I'm not even gonna listen to this.
Yeah, why?
Right.
Why bother? Why do you have to bring that up?
I don't care if it's true.
I can leave now if you'd like.
Yes. Go sit in the waiting room. That's why I built this thing.
Fill out that highlights magazine.
You've been banished. It's a penalty box. Go sit in the waiting room for 5 minutes. Well, you rethink your Greg Maddox slander. He traded himself for Cesar Azturas to try to
for heaven's sake.
to try to help the team and Aramis, as we know.
I was going to say
And Aramis.
to boost Aramis's prostate enzymes.
There has to be. I used to have a photo of like a still, which you could tell kind of what was going on. There has to be video of that. For people who don't know, Aramis got a big hit in a game when Cesar was on the team, and they showed the dugout as they do. The guy's celebrating, and Aramis was standing there, and Cesar was vigorously rubbing his nuts in the dugout. Not a sexual thing, just guys being guys celebrating great accomplishment.
Right. Well, maybe itching.
That could be.
Aramis was busy high-fiving everyone or something.
That's right. He's like, "Oh, I can't.
So I can't reach
I'm
that.
nuts
Like,
itch, but I've got all these high fives to hand out. Don't worry, I got you." And there's Cesar, team player.
That's what it takes. That's what it takes. All right.
I'm gonna have Bruce Levine on tonight to talk about all the trades that he's been promising for 2 months. We're down to we got 9 days. Bruce, come on, buddy. Cubs were going to be early active. Active early.
Check Twitter harder, Bruce, please.
I know nobody's made any trades. It's not like poor Jed is standing there with nothing to show for. But
it's I
do something, Jed.
Nobody's going to trade anyone.
I would think that's probably wrong. I think somebody will trade somebody. If you're the Cubs, you gotta get something. You have to get a starting pitcher, even if you have to start lowering your standards. You don't have enough starting pitchers to get through. There's clearly nothing at AAA that can help.
Right. No, you're 100% right. The Diamondbacks.
Well, we know Javier Assad is coming back. He'll be back in like March.
What were you saying, Press?
I don't know. From Iowa, there is one guy I kind of like, Connor Noland, just because he does keep the ball on the ground pretty well, and I feel like he'd, like the point you made last time we recorded, Oleg, that like the pitching and the defense kind of cooperate so well together with how they induce ground balls, that he would be a guy that would be kind of perfect for this pitching staff. But you'd obviously like to, you'd prefer to trade for someone instead of having a resort for options from Iowa.
Yeah, like this is it's weird. The Cubs certainly can use an ace, but they're not available. So you kind of it makes sense to pay a little bit less to get somebody like Merrill Kelly than to pay for. And I'm on board with this.
Well,
to pay for Chris Bubich.
But here's the thing:
Bubich is pretty freaking awesome.
Do you really pay less? It's not like there are aces to trade for, and you're just going to shoot a little lower. There are, which then artificially raises the prices on the mediocrities.
That's a good point.
Right.
Here's my problem with Connor Noland. Is Connor Noland on the 40-man? Because I'm not willing to. What would they have? They might have to like DFA Ethan Roberts, and we can't have that.
Can't afford to lose Vidal Brujan for Connor Noland. I'm sorry. No, I don't believe he is on the 40-man. But can always change.
Well, we know Kyle Tucker fouled the ball off his kneecap tonight, so he'll be on the 60-day list, which will automatically open.
See how things are just coming together perfectly
it
now.
just falls into
It'll
place.
be fine. So Vidal goes to play right field, and Connor Noland gets in the rotation, and the Cubs, just like the Tigers last year, at the deadline, it looks like you're selling or giving up.
Yep.
Boom.
But instead,
you on this great run through the playoffs where you get through the wild card round.
And if you look at it from another way, think about all the money that will save Judd, or that'll save the Rickettses when they re-sign Kyle Tucker, because now that's way fewer games that he played.
Yeah.
When he has his leg amputated, like infection sets in.
It's a win-win-win.
Are we sure that back in the day, Mordecai Three Finger Brown, the reason why he was missing his finger wasn't because of some farming accident? It was actually the Cubs medical staff just amputating it just for experimental purposes.
He had a hangnail, and by the time they got done, we'll fix that for you. I'm like, oh no.
Yes.
Well, you'll be able to throw a hell of a curveball now, kid. What the fuck did you do to my hand? Same thing happened to Coy Hill, but technology had improved to the point where they
Right.
could sew
Yeah.
those fingers back on.
Think of the spin rate.
Do you know who's back in the big leagues, which just amazes me? Speaking of
Rich
spin
Hill?
rate,
Oh.
Tommy Nance. Remember Tommy Nance?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
the,
What?
He's back with the Blue
Big,
Jays.
The sticky
big
guy?
spider tack
Yeah,
guy.
the guy
Tommy
who was
Nance.
amazing, and then literally the day they cracked down on the sticky stuff, all of a sudden Tommy couldn't throw strikes.
Yeah. Go. I'm shocked.
The
Oh,
prospect
man.
pervs were all over. He wasn't even a prospect. He was old then, but that was like, oh, look at the pitch lab. Oh, it's amazing. Was it the
No.
pitch lab, or was it just a big tub of pine tar? Right, just dipping his hand in it before he goes out. All right.
Like they do when they make casts for something, like just
They'd have to call timeout. The catcher would have to go because Tommy would accidentally like touch his jersey and he couldn't get his hand off of it, and they're like over there
Yeah.
pulling his fingers off of his shirt.
it
He's
was actually after a giant hug that Yadier Molina had that ball stick to his chest. It wasn't his fault.
It's still amazing to me that was just everybody just thought that was so charming that happened. It's like
No, that the ball stuck. Like, yeah, how's
Yeah.
that charming?
like
As if it's
you know what's
not-
going on, right? He's loads all that shit up on his, and then he runs his hand or the ball across it where he throws it back, guys.
Yeah,
Oh, he's what a team player. Fuck.
it's like the pitcher from Major
Fuck
League.
Yadier Molina
For a little
too. We should have a
bastard
whole
here.
list tonight, guys. That we're just
Yeah.
Fuck Rich Hill. Fuck who else
Fuck
was I
Yadier
fucking?
Molina.
Yadier
Yadier Molina.
and Dusty Baker.
Who else was there? Yeah,
I think Dusty.
There we go. Yeah.
Pratt was trying to fuck all Greg Maddux.
Yeah. No,
Mm,
and I didn't appreciate that.
sorry, I was born before '92. I didn't see good Greg on the Cubs.
He was good. You were right
Or
though. He was
after
good in
92.
04. Him and Carlos were the only thing keeping them in the race at the end.
Yeah.
Mm.
Although Greg's last start was a disaster, but up until then he was very good.
Good thing
By
this isn't
then.
Remember This Crap.
By then they'd all packed it in. Literally, I think they got
Yeah.
back from that Met series and they're like, let's go home. Like you're still in the wild card spot. We'll take care of that.
Yeah,
We're gonna
we'll
lose
take care of that.
We're gonna lose 2 13-inning games to the Reds this week.
Huh.
Austin Kearns will take care of that.
Oh. That guy had some years on him.
He did. Jim Hendry and I both thought he was gonna be good. I gave up on him a lot earlier than Jim did. Jim was trying to. I think Jim's still trying to trade for him. Still trying to trade for him and
Awesome.
Brian Roberts.
Jake,
He'll get it done one of these days. Paperwork is just about to be filed.
Yeah. And Jake Peavy, that was the other one, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Peavy, Roberts, and
Austin
wait, what did we
Kurtz.
just say? Yeah, Austin Kurtz. That's it.
Austin Kearns. Yep.
On the starting pitching trade front, Edward Cabrera had an excellent start tonight for the Marlins.
Did he? Oh, maybe that's the ace.
6 innings, 1 run against the Padres.
All right, that's a pretty good team.
He had left his last outing with a sore elbow,
Oh, so he's fine.
which is never good.
Probably got the Greg Maddux treatment.
Did you guys see what happened to Tanner Scott last night? So he was pitching for the Dodgers, and
Yeah.
he
I heard something about him.
he threw a
being
pitch
pulled.
and he pointed at his forearm, and he left. And I would guess he caught the Tommy John disease.
Oh,
Another bullet dodged by Judd.
What the fuck what do the Dodgers do to those guys? Do they have like a torture chamber in the bullpen?
I think they just signed these guys knowing they're going to get hurt. But yeah. Oh, that's no bueno.
I mean, I'm no doctor, but I used to play one with young women. What? No,
Oh,
not that young.
hello.
My age, whatever my age was at the time. But I can. Forearms are usually elbows,
Forearms aren't usually, yes.
just like the harmless forearm injury that Justin Steele had. It's no problem. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, that's not.
Snap.
Reach him again in September.
I can't believe that happened. Who would have thought? There's really nothing you can do about it. You know, it's not like if it starts to go, I guess you pitch till it goes, and then you get it fixed because it's not like you can rest it and have it heal. It was Masahiro Tanaka, right? Who partially tore his UCL and just said, fuck it, kept pitching, and it never tore all the way. Wasn't it Tanaka?
Oh, I remember who you're talking about.
The Yankees, the Japanese pitcher the Yankees got.
Yeah.
And he just never tore it. And then the craziest one, R.A. Dickey didn't have one. He didn't have a UCL.
Wow.
Is that right?
Yeah. He just didn't have it.
Like I remember hearing stories of Hines Ward playing without his ACLs.
ACL,
right?
right?
Both
Right.
ACLs, which
There
is
was,
probably
like-
the equivalent of a pitcher.
How did we-
playing without a
both
UCL.
ACLs?
Yeah, I thought it was both. Like I thought that was like somebody probably is going to correct me, but
Yeah,
I
so
swear I thought it was
teams,
both.
he did, R.A. Dickey, knuckleball pitcher, known for not having an ulnar collateral ligament in his throwing elbow. And the concern, some teams were like, oh, good, he can't tear it. And other teams were like, yeah, but you kind of need it.
Yeah,
So
well,
isn't his
yeah,
elbow,
it's
isn't the
not-
rest of his elbow just going to explode someday? But he never did.
Well, he also
And they're like,
threw
oh, he was a
like-
knuckleball pitcher. But he
Yeah.
also threw 90. He was the knuckleballer who also threw like 92 miles an hour to
Yeah,
go with the
yeah.
knuckleball.
Right.
And he climbed Mount Everest, I think.
He what?
I think he climbed Mount Everest. He climbed. So he
Huh.
was climbing some big, ridiculous mountain when he got
He
traded.
had a he
Oh,
had like a very interesting like backstory to his whole career too, because like wasn't there something like some trauma he had as a kid, and then like I don't know. There's been some weird things. Like he was the one who got traded for Syndergaard, I want to say.
Yeah, no
too.
Syndergaard.
yeah.
Yeah, from the Blue Jays.
R.A. Dickey climbed Mount Kilimanjaro.
Oh, wow.
There you go.
That's
How
got
about
way
that?
more letters than Mount Everest.
Some people are like, I'm going to tune into the Pointless Exercise podcast and hear him talk about the guys that Cubs might trade for. What the fuck? I got the wrong podcast. They're talking about R.A. Dickey climbing a mountain. No, that's the right one. So
Yeah, there's
I do-
nothing like it's.
Eduardo
much-
Cabrera has his.
Yeah.
And then my boy, and then, so how about this? Saturday night, I'm suffering through Fox's broadcast
Mhm.
with Adam Wainwright. Oh, Jesus Christ. And AJ Przinsky. Just terrible.
Yeah.
And Adam Wainwright says something that I completely agree with. He's talking
Oh.
about, so little Kenny Rosenthal gives his update about, he's given
Yes.
like, he's basically doing, they're not doing sideline reporting. He's just doing rumors, which is fine. I
Yeah,
actually kind of like
yeah.
that. That's like a good use of him.
Is
Yeah.
he like in the booth with them? I wasn't.
No,
No, he's
in the
down.
field still.
He's little Ken's perched on the top of the
Okay.
railing in front of the dugout like a bird.
in the Taylor McGregor spot. Yeah. Okay.
like a weird looking gargoyle.
trying to catch foul balls like somebody threw popcorn at him. He's like snapping at it. One of his updates is that the Pirates are trying to trade Mitch Keller, but he's signed for like 4 more years, and I'm thinking to myself, yeah, that's part of the appeal.
Yeah,
And then
that's a good thing.
they go up, and Adam Wainwright goes, and Ken's like, I don't think they're going to be able to trade him because I don't know who would want to give up, good prospects, and then you have to, and they go up, and Adam's like, I got to tell you, I don't agree with any of that. He's like, I feel
Yeah.
like Mitch, if you put him on a good team, he would immediately be a much better pitcher because the Pirates don't give him any run support. They don't play good defense.
Exactly.
And the fact that you get him for like 4 more years at
Yeah,
a
that's a
relative
good
for an
thing.
8, say he's a 3, $14 million is nothing. It's a bargain.
Yeah, yeah.
Like that should make him more attractive. And I'm sitting at home going, oh my God, I agree completely
Yeah.
with Adam Wainwright. I don't know what to do. Then thankfully AJ said something dumb and I felt better. Like the earth returned to its axis.
Wainwright's not bad.
I was gonna say I hate
He's fine.
admitting it so much, but Adam Wainwright
Yeah.
is actually a damn good broadcaster. He brings a
Yeah,
lot
he's
to
pretty good.
those games, and
It's easy. Like I get the hatred though. It's easy to hate. I can muster up the vitriol pretty easily.
but always and forever, fuck AJ Przinsky. I hate that my last name is like extremely similar to his. Forever.
Yeah, but you can spell yours. Like yours sounds like it's spelled.
True.
Yeah,
He's
That's
got
true, that's
weird.
true.
Actually, Przinsky is not that hard to spell, but it's just weird. looking.
Brzezinski. There's not that many extraneous letters.
Guess you kind of need them.
Mm.
Not like Shashevsky, which like what?
Yeah, holy shit.
What's going on there? What's with the
Yeah.
K?
Yes.
But yeah, that would be my whole shopping list. I just go get.
Yeah,
I get
Mitch
Edward
Keller's
Cabrera and
great.
Mitch Keller, and go.
Oh Jesus.
I'm
All right.
Got it done. Go win the
fine with
pennant.
that. I don't know. I maybe
You ain't
want to see
neither.
or I maybe want to see Edward Cabrera have like one more start, but like I don't know if he's gonna make one more start between now and the deadline. Definitely
I
on
hope
board
so.
with Mitch Keller.
9
Yeah,
Edward next time pitch on 10 days rest next time. Okay, good.
right.
Yeah, he'll make well unless he's traded before. He
That's
should make
true.
another
Yeah.
start.
Let
It'd be
me
a big
ask
red
you, what do you-
flag. Be a red flag if the guy who leaves one start with an elbow and then comes back and pitches 6 and then doesn't pitch again. But at this point, what are you looking for? You
Yeah,
know
that's
if
what
they
I'm
can.
asking.
You know if they can pitch or not. You don't need another like. Oh, I just need to see.
No,
I need 6 more innings out of you, and then I'll.
Like,
I-
is
I
it
don't
the
doubt it. I
injury
just-
thing?
Exactly. I just want to see him get through one more start without any sort of interruption. And
But
like,
but hang
no
on, but Praz, but the injury thing could happen in August just as easily. Like these are pitchers.
you're right. It
Like
could.
it's not like one more start. In fact, what I would argue is kind of almost the opposite. At least if you trade for him now, you get that one start, even if he hurts himself.
What if? Would you ask the Marlins to give him a start at third base? So maybe he
Oh.
could fill 2 of your
There we
needs.
go.
That
He's
reminds
just
me of
been
something.
third base Shohei this whole time.
Yeah, that kind of reminds me of something that I thought of yesterday. Why does Shohei get to stay in the game as a DH after he's done pitching?
Because of Joe Madden.
Madden.
Right, no, I
Joe
understand
Madden.
that, but what's the reasoning behind that?
Okay,
Like,
so-
No, he pushed for that rule to be in.
no, I
He didn't
understand
even do that. This is better. He didn't even do that. The year Shohei got chosen to DH in the All-Star game
yeah.
for the Angels, he also was the starting pitcher.
Right.
And so baseball for that game treated him as 2 different
Sure,
players.
for that game. Yeah, it's an all-star game.
Pitcher
I get
Shohei
it.
and DH Shohei.
Sure.
And when the DH ruled, then that was what, 21? The last year
21
without
probably,
the DH.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I guess it didn't matter because the American League.
Yeah.
Oh no, it did matter. In 22, when they had the universal DH, Joe just decided that that's how the rule worked for everybody, and told baseball like he's 2 guys, right? So we can just leave him in. And baseball's like, well, it's Shohei, so sure.
What is this, like a
And
Yahoo
now-
Fantasy Baseball League? Like,
now
what-
that's the
how's he
rule.
How's he 2 players? He doesn't take up 2 spots on the roster?
No.
Well, then how is he 2 players?
He's
Like that's a bonkers.
Yep.
Like, can you if all right?
it's all because
let's-
he's really good at it, and baseball wanted more Shohei at bats, and Joe
Correct.
just assumed like, I think this is what they want. I'm just going to act like that's what it is, and they're going to have to prove me wrong, and nobody did.
That's
Good
crazy.
old stubborn Joe.
That's crazy, man.
Shohei now, I believe, is not leading off when he pitches.
Right.
I got to see it.
Right.
Right.
You
If
shouldn't
he's-
say- yeah, because that happened
I
yesterday.
remember
yeah.
this being a talking point on one of your previous episodes.
Where is the
with
batting
Dave.
order spot? Why is my not? What is all this?
Yeah,
shit?
he's hitting second behind Betts. Betts leads
But is he
off.
doing it all the time now?
No.
Oh,
Just
it's
when
his-
he's not
I'm looking at
pitching.
his pitching ones. That's why.
Yeah. I think
Batting
it's just when he's. Yesterday it was like that. I guess we'll find out in a couple hours.
I look up the wrong thing. Well, I can look up now. 'Cause the internet.
Yeah,
is
I was gonna say
insane.
actually the lineup's probably posted now. But yeah, I thought it was just when he's pitching because I didn't notice that yesterday.
So he. Where's batting order spot? That was always the right column. Now we got all this weird shit over here. You guys are fucking up my baseball reference. Sucks. All right. So last night he pitched, right?
Yeah, last night he pitched, right? Yeah.
Oh, look at this though. He didn't pitch. Yeah, he did pitch. In the box score, Mookie Betts shortstop, Shohei Ohtani DH. So this is DH twice because he's DHing for the pitch
Did
for the pitcher
he-
himself.
Okay.
I don't know why it says that twice, but it does.
Maybe it counts it separate after he comes out of the game as the pitcher.
Well, that was the thing Dave and I talked about
Too.
was now it's really
Yeah.
hard to look up his stats. Like to see what you really like to do is be able to easily look and say, does his offense suffer on
Right.
days he pitches? And it's really hard
Right.
to find it now because it used to be it was easy. Because when pitcher and DH were, actually it wouldn't have been easy because he wouldn't have been doing both at the same time. No, it was. When he was DHing for himself,
Right.
you could look up those as you could look at his batting as pitcher DH. Now he's always just DH. So you can't
Okay.
look at his DH numbers and figure out when he was pitching and when he wasn't. So you can't
I
take
just
a
don't,
quick
like,
look.
I just don't understand how nobody says anything
I
about
say he's
him.
batting second all the time. But anyway, the reason he's now
Okay.
batting second is to give him a little extra time after
Right.
if he pitches the top of the first. Now he's got a little extra time to get ready for his at bat instead of immediately going grabbing the stuff with the sped up, the less time between
And-
innings, so he can.
And
he can
he's only pitching the first. It was just the first few innings. He only threw the first 3 innings yesterday. Right?
He's up to
So,
3 now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. To answer your question, Oleg, why I guess other teams wouldn't really oppose that. I mean, I think it's pretty, it's pretty well, forecastable that gonna be other two-way players on the horizon like this. That other guys are going to. You're going to want to have that rule in place for them when they show up.
Why? So why?
It's not, but and also I don't. He literally is like one
of one. He's
1
a
in
unicorn.
8 billion. I mean,
Yeah.
we've played how long with just him? Even Babe Ruth didn't do it. Babe was a pitcher,
right.
and then Babe was a hitter, and we always act like the first guy since Babe Ruth, and it's like, well, really? I mean, the only time he would bat when he pitched, but I don't know how often. I should look him up now. I don't think he tried to do both very long at all.
But that's also a terrible excuse. That's such a terrible he's if he's pitching.
We might
how can he
have
be
one
the
someday.
DH?
So.
Yeah, if he's pitching, how can he be the DH? Like he can hit while he pitches, right? Like that's cool. And then you put in a new pitcher, and that's in the spot. It goes back to the old rules. But how is that a thing? I don't get it. Because before, when he first came into the league, he would not DH on the days that he pitched. Right? Like when he first came in, I remember him not even DHing the day after the day, but he would not DH on the days.
We have to look it up. I know there were times that I think the Angels didn't use the DH
on the days that he pitched,
so he would hit.
Right.
And then there were times the few times he's
rules should
played
be.
the outfield were literally, and it's amazing that they let Joe do this, that the Angels did. There would be times Shohei would come out of the game and go play right field.
And then come back in and pitch like he did.
No,
with,
just like
Travis
you're
Wood.
done pitching, but we still want you to hit. So you're gonna go.
So Joe
you're gonna
Madden
go play right
understood
field.
the rule. Yeah, so Joe Madden understood the rule. He just decided that.
I knew that,
now
but
he's-
right. You were asking why did it get to this, and it literally got this because in 22 Joe just decided.
Yeah.
No, the DH rule is the way we did it, and the way you guys did it in the All-Star game. That's the DH rule, which is what he should have done. Baseball should have
I'm
said,
not
okay,
blaming
that's not how it
Joe.
is, and baseball's
Yeah.
like, you know what, we like this too, so fuck it.
Yeah, I'm not
So-
blaming
sorry
Joe,
if
but how does no other team go? This is literally against the rules. Why not just hit him every inning?
Maybe
then?
they
But
did,
this
and
is-
baseball said, who gives a shit?
Right. Who gives a shit?
We want
But this
Shohei
is
to
the
bat. Fuck you.
first
Go
time
get
and
your
maybe
own
the only
Shohei.
one of his
He's gonna
kinds
be
that we got if
Or I
just
wonder
because-
how much of it was. There'd be a bunch of teams who were like, well, he's gonna be a free agent. That'd be pretty cool to use that. You know how many teams
Am I
bid
the
on him?
crazy
7
one?
of them
Am
did,
I-
and they all wanted him to do both. So why would they? Plus, they were
Am
like,
I-
we could beat the fucking Angels with him doing both. Who gives a shit?
Am I the crazy one for thinking that this is nuts? This is it's blatantly against the rules, right? I can't believe that anybody's allowing that's. I'm sorry, that's just crazy. He's in the game. If you say that he takes up 2 roster spots, fine. Right? Then I guess I could see that. But he takes up only 1 roster spot.
Yeah, in 2022, Major League Baseball changed the rule that allowed two-way players to be treated as 2 separate players when serving as pitcher and DH. The Ohtani rule, specifically designed to accommodate Shohei Ohtani and other potential two-way players, just like Presta for this whole herd of two-way players that are certainly coming.
Dude, the whole league is going to be all of them one day.
Wait, why did they make the whole league out of 2-way players?
Before the rule
Exactly.
change, if a starting pitcher who was also the DH, you wouldn't be the DH, you would just be the pitcher.
Yeah, he would just be the pitcher, right?
Was removed from the game, the team would have to choose between removing him from the lineup entirely or moving him to a defensive position, which would remove the DH, which is what would happen. They'd move him to right, and then the right fielder would come out, and they would have to be the pitchers would go into the right fielder spot, and they'd have to start pinch hitting for. You just lose the DH, so you'd have to go in.
Yeah, no, right.
You were just
no, I understand
batting
what you're
for whoever Shohei replaced, just like he was.
Right.
He was just treated as a regular player. But in 22, They changed the
I'm
rule.
loving the comment right now from I believe that's Bruce
From Mike?
Terry.
No, it's
Oleg loves
not.
the rules.
Yeah.
Big rules guy Oleg over here.
It's just that's like,
am I the one who's crazy?
yeah. Am I? I could be. Like I'm not. But that's so. Like I said, then you got to take up 2 spots. And like I said, when I mean, Joe Madden. Oh, geez, Joe Madden used to do that with. I remember he did that with Strope and he did that with Travis Wood, right? Like put him
Well,
out
that's
in
the
the.
that's
And,
the that's the conventional
Patton,
thing.
right? Spencer
Right.
Patton, I think.
Yeah, they had 3
Well,
in that
that's-
game.
That's a whole different thing though, because like that was for the purpose of keeping a guy in the game as a pitcher,
Yes.
but having him not face one hitter though.
No,
No.
I get it. Yes.
No, there wasn't.
Yeah.
They didn't have the 3-batter rule, but it was just he wanted
just
to
didn't
bring
have
in
to
like
pitch
a
the
lefty
game.
to pitch to. He wanted to go with
Yes.
the platoon advantage. He was just going to shuffle
Yes.
Travis and
Yeah.
Pedro back and
Yes.
forth.
Yes.
And we'd
Which
seen
is
that
cool.
before. Like Lou had done that, and
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
Sean
sure-
Marshall. Yep.
I'm sure Herman Franks probably did it 6 times a week because he
Thanks.
just forget. Where did I put? Why is he in left? You told him to go there. I did.
I got
Well, fuck it. Let's see what happens.
I got Larry Bittner on the mound and Bill Bonham out in left field.
Maybe, do we know that Craig hasn't accidentally subbed Josh Birdie in a couple of times to pitch? He sits down. He's like, "Wait a minute, is that the backup third baseman? Yeah, I have him pitching. Yeah, again. All right, whatever. I noticed when he pitched last night, he was more pitching this time. I got really uncomfortable with he came in with the big lead the one time, and Birdie was like,
Yeah. The
throwing
Eephus pitches.
Eephus pitches. It's like,
Yeah.
And last night he actually threw more like, it's still, you want it to be, you need it to either be above or below batting practice speed, or all of a sudden guys are just tuning you up. And they hit the ball hard, but he got out, right? I don't think he gave up a run last night. It's like, that's better. And let's stop doing that.
Oh, the Cubs have a couple of unearned runs, huh? Rich Hill doing his best Juan Cruz. Is that what it was?
There you go. To bring it back full circle.
Former teammates.
Yeah,
I
of
was going to
course.
say probably former teammates in the minors. Yeah.
I think they both pitched in 05, right?
No, Juan Cruz was.
Oh yeah, Juan was gone in 04. He got traded for Andy
Yeah,
Pratt.
that was the. Yes.
One of the great
Andy
Pratt,
Pratt, who
Andy Pratt, who pitched, I think, an inning and a third and walked 7.
Who may have well
he
been.
was
Andy
really
Kraz
something.
on the mound.
Well, Andy, that's because they didn't have the pitch lab back then.
They were like, "Hey, we got a guy like Rick Ankiel."
They
And I
had
watched the pitch like, "Oh my god, we really do have a guy like Rick Ankiel."
they had Larry
His dad in
Rothschild
prison,
giving
too?
me towel drills back then. I mean, that was
Yeah,
the
see-
equivalent of it.
It was originally that was Tom House, right? Like not, it wasn't that the pitching coach that Pryor used who came up with the towel drills, right? He was like the big. I mean, he was a pitcher.
He was
a
Mr.
former
Tom House
pitcher.
was pitchers. He's the reason pitchers throw footballs on days when
Yeah.
they're not pitching. And Tom House's big thing, like he had a lot. He was very well respected.
Yeah.
He wasn't quite. Remember Mike Marshall, not the old Dodger outfielder, but the pitcher,
Yes.
Yeah.
who
Yeah.
took it to
And
crazy
he-
lengths, and he thought because you're pitching, you should be throwing all the time. Like his
Yes.
pitchers would throw like every day. Tom was not to that extreme, but he did feel like pitchers didn't throw enough, and he didn't mean
Mhm.
pitch enough, but that you
Yeah,
should.
just throw.
He wanted them playing catch a lot more than they
Yeah.
typically would. He's like, we don't have to go out and try to throw 99 miles an hour, but keep, this is what you do. Just, and he came up with some of those things that at the time seemed crazy that guys just do now. That's just like a part of, not like remember the Trevor Bauer bullshit where he had all that ridiculous stuff. Like he had like this. Remember in Revenge of the Nerds, they've got like when the guy's throwing the javelin and it's this floppy javelin. He had like this thing and he would stand in the bullpen and like jerk it up and down really fast.
that
Like
right?
Reese McGuire would be like, I got to get one of those. And then he would do this like exaggerated long toss where he'd like throw from like one foul pole to the other
Yes.
and all this shit. And so much of it was like clearly like performative. And it was like,
Yes.
look at me. Remember, Miguel Montero was a really good, like, if he hated somebody, that guy was an asshole. And
Yeah.
he hated Trevor Bauer immediately. And he's like, fuck this guy. And he would badmouth him to the media and just, so some of that shit is just like, a little ridiculous. But some of the house shit, there was a theory behind it. The reason that the towel drill got made fun of so much was Pryor was always rehabbing, and that just became like the avatar for the rehabbing pitcher was the snapping the towel in the bullpen. It's like, oh God.
Well, Mike, if I'm correct, not to, well, I guess to bring it back to Mike Marshall real quick, wasn't he like a professor of kinetics, or didn't he have some PhD in kinetics or something? He understood, or maybe it was physiology. I don't remember what it was.
I think he's Dr. Tom House.
Okay. No,
and as someone put here,
Marshall.
he caught Hank Aaron's 715th home run.
Yeah.
He was in the Dodger bullpen, right? That's where he hit it, into the Dodger bullpen.
Must have been.
He was also, people don't know this, he was also one of the hippies who chased Hank around the bases.
Yeah.
He caught the ball and then sprinted in.
Which that's something that doesn't get talked about enough. Like the fact that, you got these white people running on the field after this old black guy, and race relations are not the best in Atlanta in the early 70s.
And there's these two guys. Hank has just broken the record. They were in, I remember there was a Sports Illustrated story years later that showed where they published some of the hate mail Hank was getting from rednecks. Break, and all of a sudden these two white guys are running onto the field, and they just let it happen. And he was like, "What the fuck?" It's like he didn't know whether to punch him or whatever. And they just patted him on the back, and he kept going. But he talked about it. Like that was a little frightening. The did you see in the All-Star game they did the on the field graphic thing, which was pretty cool. And of course, in 2025, they played part of Vin Scully's call. Milo did he's sitting on 714, and he got to call. But then Vin was also doing a game for the Dodgers. And Vin had a really poignant moment he said, there's a great moment of a black man getting a standing ovation in the Deep South. That part is cut out of the part that they played.
Oh, yeah.
Of course it was.
Man,
God forbid.
They did not do a great job of, trying to seem, with it that whole All-Star weekend between what you and Dave talked about.
Yeah, the whole.
And then that.
The disastrous. Who could have foreseen that Pat McAfee wouldn't be able to handle a press conference question about why baseball brought the All-Star game back to Atlanta when the law that law was still on the books that cost them the All-Star game in the first place.
Why was Pat McAfee emceeing isn't the press conference for to ask why is he putting himself in the middle of that question?
ESPN
really good question.
Him, I guess, to do it. It was
right.
And then his initial, when we played the whole thing, and his first one was, "Oh, I'm sorry, it was hard to hear. We were talking to each other." So in other words, we called on you, and then none of us listened to your question because you were a woman, and we decided we weren't going to listen.
It's a press conference.
They called it the MLB, which is just the worst. And they'd given him an All-Star jersey to wear, and he cut the sleeves off it. Jesus Christ. Can we just stop with this shit?
Yeah. I think that's something they got to see coming.
Let's see. What is Tom House's PhD in?
I thought it was Mike Marshall. I don't think it was Tom House.
Oh, Mike Marshall has a PhD? Yeah,
I think so.
The other Mike Marshall, the one we remember better, the outfielder, has a PhD in looking like Lurch. That's what he has a PhD in. Tom House was portrayed by Bill Paxton in the movie $1 Million Arm, also starring John Hamm.
Oh.
It's about those. What country were those guys from? India.
India, probably.
Oh yeah.
India. They did the whole thing was there's a billion Indians. We'd all be able to find one or two that could throw a baseball, and they actually had this contest. They pitched they were in the Pirates organization. Jed will probably end up getting one of them instead of Mitch Keller.
Who needs Mitch Keller?
What if they get Mitch and it turns out that Mitch and Brad find out that they're brother?
Whoa. Hey.
They didn't know it.
Wait, you're from where?
You got two
Mitch is like, yeah, Brad, I'm your brother. We grew up together. We shared a bedroom. What?
What?
I don't remember any of this. Why do you know that lady? Because that's our mom, Brad. That's why I know that's why I know that lady.
Oh, hi, Brad. Hi, Mitch.
Hope Taylor could turn that
Good luck
into.
out there today, boys.
Taylor had a great story about a lemonade stand in the game early today.
Oh,
Yeah.
This is the top level reporting that we're doing. It was
Was
kind of a
it-
cute little. It was a kind of a cute little story. These kids in front of a $4 million brownstone in Lakeview. We're having a lemonade set up a lemonade stand so one of them could make enough money so that he could go get a star dyed into his hair like Pete Crow Armstrong.
Right.
And Justin Turner saw them and he walked up.
Yeah.
The best part of the story was they had no idea who Justin Turner was. And he gave him some money, but then he called Pete and said, "Hey, you might want to swing by here. These kids trying to raise money." And so Pete and his girlfriend went by and gave him the rest of the money the kid needed. That was a sideline report during the Cub game.
did they get the lemons from Shelbyville? What? How did
From the
How-
I just kind of had the feeling that the kids probably didn't need to have a lemonade stand.
Well,
Probably mom and dad didn't want the kid to get the fucking thing. They told him
Right,
no.
like, if you make the money to do it, and they
Yeah,
told
they're
him
like-
it's $300.
They're like,
Yeah.
this lazy fucker's not doing this. And they look out and there's Pete Crow. There's Pete standing there like handing him 20s. Like, oh God.
Why not? But how much could it possibly
Here's
cost
double
to
the
do
money
that?
in me
I know.
and 2 tickets for tonight's game, kid.
Like, how much could that possibly cost? That's hilarious. Oh.
I just imagine like at the production meeting, Taylor's like, I got a scoop for tonight's game.
And wait till you
Oh,
hear this.
is it about the trade deadline? No. These kids had a lemonade stand. Oh God.
Wait,
All
was the kid like? Is it like some healthcare system? No, he was trying to get hair. He was trying to dye
Like,
his
oh
hair.
God, is this like a GoFundMe thing?
Yeah.
What's he trying to raise money for?
Right.
Does he have a horrible illness? Does he have a dog who needs surgery? No, he wants to he wants to dye a blue star into his head. I believe as we're speaking right now, they are showing the kid. They have an update. They're showing the kid with the blue star on his head. So
Of course.
success.
It turned out that Pete gave him so much money that he shaved his head and got a star tattooed into his head.
Hey, what did on his forehead? Hey mom. Oh my God. I'm suing the Cubs.
Now they can't afford Mitch Keller. Thanks a lot, Pete.
They might be able to afford Brad now. If I have to get rid of him.
Whoa.
Right.
The way he's pitching.
Little worried about Brad right before the break. 2 real shaky games, and then after the
Yeah.
break, came in.
He figured it
Boom,
out.
boom, boom.
Everybody gets a bad game once in a while.
For sure.
Not our Cubs. Pete's wearing like a compression sleeve on his bum knee, and
Okay.
Boog said he had a knee brace under his leg.
And he braced under his leg.
I'm like, that sounds painful. Let's hope that didn't happen.
Yeah.
I mean, under his pants, because they were zooming in on it. You could kind of
Yeah,
see
yeah.
the outline. I think he meant pants under his leg. What?
Wow. That's a hell of a brace.
So
You
with
gotta hand it to
with
them.
Matt Shaw's resurgence now, we're out of the Eugenio Suarez sweepstakes. Just not even gonna bother with that.
I was on
Hey,
the we don't need him in the whole.
Here's the thing: not only are the Cubs out of the Eugenio Suarez market, the Diamondbacks might be out of the selling Eugenio Suarez market with how hot they've been after they
Yeah,
swept
thanks to
the
the fucking Cardinals.
Right.
That's fine.
When
That's
you needed
worth
the
it.
Cardinals to win a game, they couldn't. When you needed the Dodgers to win a game, they couldn't.
I would like them to still maybe try and see if they can get him, or at least like some solid option there at third base. Like I was really wanting to see if they would take a shot at like Yohan Moncada over the offseason, and like now he's on the Angels and he's having a pretty good year. Doesn't exactly solve their problems because he doesn't hit lefties all that well, but you know, you could maybe platoon Yohan
Yeah.
Moncada and Matt Shaw at third base together.
I don't know how much of an upgrade. Like he's not a good defender, right? And I don't know how much of an upgrade he'd really be.
I'd have to check his Savant page. Let's see.
Yeah, he's slugging 500. He only played 38 games.
Yeah, he was hurt.
he did.
He
a lot.
still
miss a lot
he
of
still
time.
has and I'm almost only half joking. He still has long COVID, I think. COVID had ruined Yohan Moncada's career.
Yeah,
Basically.
yeah.
Yeah, he's just 38 games. No. You're gonna trade for a guy who's just gonna miss a bunch of games again. So sorry, Yohan.
But he wouldn't cost anything.
The one I don't understand at all, and the rumors keep coming up, probably because the Pirates are starting, is the Cabrian Hayes thing.
Oh God.
Oh,
He's
my
just an
God, yeah.
expensive. He's an expensive version of what Matt is now.
Yeah.
Correct.
But Shaw
Yes.
should get considerably better.
Yeah.
And it's not like even you couldn't even talk me into it if he was a 1-year rental. But you get it. He has real money. This isn't like Mitch Keller money. He's got
Right.
real money for years.
Yeah.
Did,
Why would
did he
anybody
get
sign
one of
up for
those,
that?
like, did he get one of those like Scott Kingery contracts that like the Phillies gave to him before he like ever made his major league debut or something like that?
No, I don't know.
think he
It's-
got
I'm
one,
pretty
like,
sure-
The Pirates got tired of being everybody saying they never sign anybody. So like, you
Yeah.
sign one,
Okay.
and they did.
Yeah,
And now they're
makes
like,
sense.
oh,
And it's
God.
not. And honestly, I don't know. Somebody else look it up. I don't feel
Yeah,
like
it's really not. It's not that much money, but it goes till 2030.
Yeah. What do you need? Like, why? Like, you can do better.
he doesn't-
Right?
Right. He would not be an upgrade over Matt Shaw now.
No. Right. That's the point. Yeah. Yes. That's the point.
240,
I saw that.
287, 296.
I kind of feel like they saw scouts at the game looking at
296 slugging, Jesus.
Yep.
296 slugging.
He's a
That's,
career.
that's like Isak
371
Paredes on the
slugger.
Cubs last year.
Dude, that's pitcher
Oh, man.
numbers.
His rookie year, which was he played half of the COVID year. He came up and destroyed
Yeah.
the Cubs in his first.
Yeah.
Of course, he did in his first series.
Yeah.
376, 442, 682.
Yeah.
He's a star.
Yeah.
Since
And
then, his
signed
OPS
him
plus
right.
86, 88, 103. That's when he got his contract. Won the Gold
Oh, okay.
Glove, 2023. So league average bat, Gold Glove,
Yeah. That's
Next
a
2
better
years.
player.
61, 63.
If
Basically-
I remember,
basically
if I remember
unplayable.
right, on opening day 2021, he was the leadoff hitter for the Pirates against the Cubs, against Kyle Hendricks, and I think he took him deep. And that was probably like the line of demarcation when his like hitting
was
stats
like
completely
The
fell off.
peak of his career.
Yeah.
The other one I don't get is Ryan McMahon. He gets rumored to the
Yeah.
Cubs.
Yeah. He's
He's leading the league in a stat. What stat do you think it is?
Strikeouts
Yep, struck out 124 times in 344
Yeah.
bats.
doesn't surprise me.
I know that, the splits are weird, and you lived in Colorado, Olex, you know.
Yeah, I used to do splits all the time. Yeah. Wait,
But
what?
splits are weird there because like your road splits are extra depressed because you go, you see it a lot where you expect your home numbers to be better than your road numbers, but your road numbers as a Rocky tend to be extra depressed because it's really hard to adjust from
Right.
hitting one or the other. You go to another team and your road numbers usually improve.
Sure.
They even out a little bit. But he's been just brutal on the road this year. All of his production has come from Coors. He hasn't had that much production. It doesn't make any sense. Like, I don't know why that's an upgrade either. Here are his away from Coors numbers: 189, 265, 324, 589 OPS. At Coors, 252, 365, 484, and 849. But overall, he's 218, 313, 398.
He's
If
never.
he wasn't in
even been
Coors,
the-
he'd be hitting 225 probably when he evened everything out. Who gives a shit?
Yeah.
Why do you want?
Well, yeah, I think that's another one. Like Brian Hayes, he plays really good defense. He used to be a little bit more versatile. I feel like at the beginning of his career, like he played all over the infield.
He played second and first plus third.
Yeah, but he's never. I'm looking at Fangraphs. He's never even been a league average hitter ever.
He's a guy they literally should have traded 2 years ago.
Yes, and even then,
When
like,
they
he wasn't-
just for years they just wouldn't trade anybody at the deadline. Like, nope, it was our core. Your core sucks. Stop it.
Yeah.
You gotta.
He does. He walks a good amount. He just strikes out a lot. He's like Ian Happ, right? Does Ian Happ strike out a lot? I feel like he does.
Yes, he does.
Yes, at least this year he does. I don't know in
Mhm.
previous years, but although no, yeah, in previous years, yes, because there was that one stretch where Ian Happ had like the biggest like swing and miss rate on pitches in the zone. From,
In the
like,
zone? Yeah, I can.
2018 to 2020, I think.
A handy skill.
Sorry, what did you just say? Andy?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I said it's a handy skill to have. Be able to
Oh,
swing
a
and miss
handy
at
skill.
strikes.
Okay.
Just what everybody wants.
Yeah.
Right.
Like that's what I think about Pete Crow, right? He swings at a lot of pitches. Pete Crow. Now I'm calling Pete Crow unironically. He he swings at a lot of pitches. He makes hard contact at pitches that you would think he wouldn't, but he also doesn't really miss. It's like this weird thing where um, he still hits the ball hard on balls that he shouldn't hit on, like almost like Vlad Guerrero used to do. I feel like.
Yes, that's exactly who. That's my comp
No.
for Pete. Is Vlad Senior.
That's a,
It is. It's the same thing. Almost like they used to
Yeah.
joke that the best way to strike Vlad out was to throw him pitches down the middle.
yeah.
Because like if you threw it, if you bounced it, he would still hit it, and if you tried to throw over his head, he would hit it. So it's like just throw it down the middle and see what he does with it.
Like I didn't really mean to compare the two players, but
I was
like,
literally going to say that as soon as you finished. I'm like, well, I was going to say he's like Vlad Guerrero.
oh, but I feel like he just hits the ball hard when it's not. It just is what it is, right? Like he's just really good. God, I feel like I had an example. Maybe it was Chris Bryant, who just always.
You know who I used to think that about that would hit the ball out of the zone all the time, like way better than he would in the zone,
Hmm.
was Starlin Castro when he was a Cub.
Maybe, yeah,
Like, he-
because he swung at
There
everything.
would be so
he
many
had.
that he would like reach low, like get off
Oh.
his like shins and just flare out into like center field.
Yeah, I remember who I was thinking of, and obviously it wasn't Chris Bryant. The obvious example of that was Javi Baez.
Still is.
Yeah, still is. Like, never mind about everybody makes fun of the sliders, like 3 feet off the plate that he would swing at, but that dude used to get base hits on balls at his ankles, on pitches on his ankles. Like he was just good at it, and he would, and that's why he swung at everything. And I guess when you swing at everything, you kind of have to get good at it, but that's just how it was.
Yeah, and it's kind of the difference of like a prospect of Javi's era, Albert Almora,
Mhm.
whose one strength was he could hit he could make contact. Like the
But he never
problem
hit the
was
ball.
he could not pick out a pitch. He couldn't not swing at pitches that he couldn't do anything with. He would still like, I can hit that, and he hit it like a slow grounder to short. It's like you don't every pitch that's close isn't one you need to swing at.
Yes, yes,
Like you pick
yes.
one out you think you can hit hard, and he never
Yeah.
learned to do that.
Yeah,
He never walked, but he didn't strike out very much. But he also didn't hit the ball very hard.
yeah.
And it's funny to look at Javi's baseball savant page because we, early in the year he was having success, and it's like, well, that's not going to last because of this. It's just what it is. That's what his page always looks like. There's a lot of blue on it, except
Yep.
for like batting run value, base running value, fielding value. They're all red because he's Javi. So just,
Yeah.
he defies your stupid advanced stats. Just watch
Exactly.
it. Just watch him
But
play.
yeah.
There's always got to be one guy that it doesn't fit into that.
No, I think it's more than one. Like I don't. There was somebody else I remember looking up who didn't have like he just didn't hit the ball hard, but he just ended up hitting the ball hard. Like it did. He ended up hitting home runs and extra base hits. Like that those things happen. You don't have to hit the perfect pitch. You don't have to barrel every ball to. It's baseball. And we saw it in the fifth inning yesterday. Like it just
if
dink and dunks.
watching the
don't
Cubs
happen.
live right now, if
Yeah.
you're watching the Cubs live right now, Nico Horner basically just had a hit that we just described.
Yeah, I saw
was-
on the. I'm watching it on Statcast or not on Statcast on
It was a hit and
Gamecast.
run, right? So there was the second baseman.
Oh, okay.
Can't give an
that's
error to
what
the
it
second
was.
baseman because he wasn't there. There was nobody
Right.
there.
But yeah, like the pitch was. I'm like looking at the pitch and it's I don't know a foot below the little thing here. Well, not a foot.
Right.
below.
Matt
That's-
Shaw,
It looked
2
like it
for
was-
3. He's up to 222.
There you go.
And rising. Let's go.
More like Eugenio. Wait, Eugenio. What am I trying to say?
Maybe.
I called him
Hey,
Eugenio Shaw-Rez when he hit the 3-run homer. Yes.
Very good. Very good. Nice. There was one point I wanted to bring up before we wrap here, and Andy, on your previous show, you had said, one of your talking points was like, who could the Cubs possibly trade at this point? And sometime within the next, few games, I guess, because like we're really coming down to the trade deadline stretch right here. They're eventually going to get Miguel Amaya back off the injured list. and there's going to be a little bit of a catcher logjam there with him and Reese and Carson.
Well, we
And I
know
do-
Reese likes log jamming. We know he does.
Yes,
He's
very
seen
good,
that
very
plenty.
Good.
That's what was on in the car.
When you say logjam, are you referring to the porno
The Big
from,
Lebowski.
Yes.
from
Yeah.
the Big Lebowski?
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Oh God.
Anyway.
Anyway,
No, they're not. They
Anyways.
shouldn't trade Miguel Amaya.
okay, yes, you stole my point completely. Yes.
Yeah.
You
If
want
they
to trade
should
Miguel
look at-
Amaya?
No, that's crazy talk.
No, you trade Reese McGuire.
Yeah.
Do you think other teams would want him?
Yes.
No, I think Andy's kidding.
Catchers?
But, like,
No, I think you could. I can't imagine he has options left, right?
Reese, probably. Yeah, I can't imagine that either.
So when Amaya comes back, you're going to lose him. You're going to wait. You're going to have to DFA him. Unless you're
Yeah,
going to carry.
fine.
You're going to carry 3 catchers who none of them can play
No,
in
no,
the position.
no. Who it's Reese McGuire. Like, who gives a shit?
Someone will claim him.
So what?
I do kind of.
No, what I'm saying is you're going to lose him. Why wouldn't you be willing to trade him?
No. I'm saying fine, trade him, but you're not getting anything back for. You're not getting impact anything back for him. It's
Yeah, you are.
Reese
You're gonna get.
McGuire.
You could get Eugenio for him even up.
Yeah, Gabe Moreno is hurt. They don't have another catcher.
Right, but they want Reese McGuire.
Well,
Yeah, it's a
the
lateral
team-
move, frankly, as far as anyone else concerned.
the team that I had in mind was the Padres. I don't know if you've seen the production they've gotten out of catcher this year
Yeah,
from Elias Diaz and Martin Maldonado, but it's
yeah.
probably around the worst in all of baseball. It's got to be the worst among like teams in the playoff race at this point. And we know Martin Maldonado is one of the
Yes.
worst hitting, catchers in baseball.
Well,
But I'm just wondering.
does bring up a good-
yeah.
I bring up a good point. And Jed alluded to it in that his little media gab fest. Because there are not enough sellers for the amount of buyers.
Right.
When he says you got to get creative, one of the things he's talking about are trades that used to get made that don't get made
Yeah,
anymore.
yes.
Is
Right.
you teams are going to have to go. All right, we've got depth here, and we need that. Teams have to stop being so. I don't know when trades just turned into prospects for a player.
Yes.
Every
yes,
fucking
yeah,
time.
Yeah.
You used to trade players for players, and somebody's
Sure.
going to have to do that this year. You're going to have to
Yeah.
trade something off your big league roster to get something else that you really
Yeah,
need.
you got a strength. That is another strength. Like I think I think the reason for that it's been overextended into the pendulum has swung towards depth.
That was my Ian Happ for Logan Gilbert trade.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yep.
Well, not the Rose.
Except Seattle wouldn't do it, and Ian can't be traded. But other than that, other than those two small things, it'd be great.
Yeah.
Then Seiya goes and plays left.
Yeah.
And then you get Eugenio, and he can just DH, and he can share third with Matt Shaw. It's great.
Exactly.
I think Ian Happ would take a trade to Pittsburgh, right?
What if they try? What if
maybe.
they try to trade him for David Bednar? And he's like,
What?
"Didn't you guys know we played Little League together? We want to be on the same team. We've never been on." If I hear that story one more fucking time, every time they play the Pirates, Boogie has to tell that story. It's like we know they played Little League against each other. It wasn't that interesting the first 48 times you told the story.
I don't find that.
Did you know he went to
interesting, but
college in Cincinnati? Yes, we know that. Stop it.
I think the best part of this podcast for me is when you say things that are like just completely repetitive to you and they're new to me because I don't watch Marquee. I had no idea that was true.
Oh, every time they play the
You just
Pirates.
said it.
They
I
show
had no
they'll
idea.
show their like Little League pictures. It's like, oh god. We play these. We used to play them 19 times a year. We still play them 13 times. We all know.
I did not know that. I honestly did not know that. Like to you, it's like this repetitive, completely bullshit thing.
See,
I
you're
know.
the audience, and you're not even watching them.
Right, I'm not even watching. Well,
They're
look,
like-
I mean, if I heard it,
they're
if
like- Somewhere out there, there's one guy who doesn't know the story. Yeah, but he's too cheap to buy Marquee, so he's never going to see it. Unless you slip it in when it's on Big Inning. When you roll onto Big Inning with the sound,
yes,
then you tell the story.
I'm too cheap.
They've
to
got
pay
some
for
guy in the
Marquee.
truck who that's all he does is he watches Big Inning when the little red box goes around the Cub game. Tell the Bednar story. Tell it quick, tell it. Oleg doesn't know it. We got it. Oh, they switched back to the Mets.
Yeah. Oh, damn it. I'm too cheap for Marquee, but yet I insist on paying for my pointless exercise subscription
That's right. It could be free. You could be taking the pointless exercise money and paying Marquee.
for Marquee, but nope.
Yep.
And I also pay for MLB TV, but not for Marquee.
Well, Tobe
That's how much you're
Manfred.
resisting the Ricketts.
Tobe Manfred
Yeah,
is going to
yeah.
fix that. In 3 years, there's going to be one. You're just going to pay for a streaming package. You're going to get every game.
Yeah.
You're not going to have to pay Marquee directly. They're going to get paid. They get paid indirectly by you anyway.
Yeah.
They all get a cut.
I know they do. I know.
Right.
I know.
But you're just going to get to watch.
Is this in reference to the interview we did with Pardon My Take? I haven't watched that one yet.
What Andy did an interview, Pardon My Take?
I did.
No,
I was on for an
Rob
hour. We
Manfred
talked
did.
about. We reviewed some pizza. We did.
There you go. Yep.
Wait, who did?
no,
Sorry,
that's-
who did? Ricketts did an interview with
Manfred?
No,
Pardon My Take?
Manfred.
Oh.
Manfred.
Oh, I don't
No,
know
this
who
was it was listening to the Richard Deitch podcast, and they were talking about how the media guy from the Athletic used to be.
Yeah.
And John Greenberg loves it when I talk about stuff. I used to work with Ken Rosenthal. Oh, you did? Did you ever meet him? No. Peter Gammons too. Remember that? No, they don't remember that. Used to hang out in the lunchroom.
I hear you still owe Jim Bowden lunch. Go on. Sorry.
Yeah, he took the cleaning lady up to another room. I was gonna buy him lunch. They were talking about how ESPN, opted out
Yes.
of the last 3 years of the MLB deal, but now they're negotiating again. They just didn't want to pay the $500 million a year for
Sure.
each of the years for 3 years. But one of the things that they're talking about would be something that can't happen right away, but they want to, is when ESPN launches this fall the Everything app that they call it, where you just like right now, I get everything at ESPN because I get it on my cable thing, and then I get ESPN Plus through Verizon for free, which is nice. And I can watch everything. Well, what they're going to do is they're going to sell it so that you don't need cable subscription to get ESPN anymore. You get everything in ESPN, ESPN2, whatever, plus all their other programming. It's all going to be in one thing. And in order to sell that at the price they want, they want more stuff.
Okay.
And one of the things, like do they still have the hockey? Do they still have every hockey game? Is
Yeah.
a hockey package on ESPN?
Yes,
They
yeah,
want to do
yes,
the same with baseball. They want the baseball package crammed onto their thing.
Okay.
And so there's some thought that maybe they would simply bundle all the games together, and you'd go to ESPN for MLB extra innings or .TV or whatever. But what Dice talked about, Andrew Marchand wrote a whole column about it in the Athletic the other day. What they might very well do is kind of the way they do it now, where like it doesn't matter if you have Fire TV or Roku or whatever,
Right.
you can get MLB.TV.
Sure.
They would sell the package to like all the different cable providers and all the different, streaming services or whatever, and you would just get it, and then you could watch it on. You'd pay, and you could watch it on whatever. And what they want to do is they want to finally get rid of all the blackouts, so that when you buy the package, it's not you get every game except the Cubs or the White Sox in Chicago. And the biggest obstacle to that is right now there are some small market teams who don't want to get rid of the blackouts because they've gotten extra money in their local when they sell their package to like their local cable providers, because it's the only way you could get, like, the Brewers are a bad example because they lost their thing, but we use the Brewers as an example. If you had to subscribe to Charter Cable in Wisconsin to get the Brewers, and you couldn't just get it on MLB.TV, they could get an extra couple of bucks a month out of Charter. And those are the deals they have, and they don't want to. In some cases, even if they're open to it, they're limited right now. They got to wait for that deal to
Because that
expire.
charter would go away anyway. Because then charter would say, "Fuck you, you're not getting our money," and then that's okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly. Charter's like, well, this is from somebody else, so screw that.
Yeah.
So, but baseball wants all those deals with that written in it to expire. They're trying to tell teams, knock off the blackout shit. We don't want to do the blackouts are killing us. We don't want it anymore.
Right.
So they've got to convince some of the small market teams who are like, we're not going to get as much money next time. And then there's some big market teams like the Cubs, the Yankees, and the Mets who are fine with getting rid of the blackouts, but, and this is not an unreasonable request.
They want
They're
more
like,
money.
they're like, we need more money because we're bringing more people to this package than the Pirates and the Marlins are. We don't want this cut up 30 ways.
Right.
You're going to have like
Not-
we need a bigger percentage of the
Yeah,
total money
not in
because
equal ways,
more of we're selling more subscriptions than because of us than the Marlins. That's what they have to figure out. That's the kind of shit that Rob hasn't been real good about figuring out. And it's like, but somebody was blaming Rob for this mess. This goes back. Bud was trying to fix this.
Well,
Like this drove Bud Selig nuts. The blackout thing, he could not understand why that they couldn't just get rid of it. And that, it's a long time ago.
I think part of it, though, is that MLB, and correct me if I'm wrong, and I don't know if anybody's ever done a deep dive on this. MLB sold MLB Advanced Media, right, which was the whole data platform, which is the whole thing.
Yeah,
and they sold it for basically peanuts to Disney, right? So ESPN theoretically owns this platform that they then play all their video. That like it was this wonderful thing. I haven't taken a deep dive into it, so I'm not really sure what it is or why it's different.
Well, they basically like they invented the technology that allowed you to go on to do what we do every night, which is watch all the games.
Yeah,
that didn't exist, and then they did it for other sports. Like MLB Advanced Media made a shitload of money for MLB for a long time,
right?
Because they wouldn't just sell the technology to another sport. They would their guys would literally go in and like work with the other leagues to create the things that they used.
Yes, yeah.
And you're right, they did sell it.
Yeah,
and I think they sold it for at the time what they thought was a good amount. But then you only get it once. You were paying over and over. People were paying you over and over again for you to develop this stuff. And then once you sell it, yeah, you got money, but that's it. There's no more coming in.
Well, on top of that, what you're missing out on is all of the revenue that's data makes. Like it's right. It's how Facebook makes money. It's just data. And that's what you're really missing out on, and that's the gold, and that's what I think Disney or whoever, that I think Disney bought it. Like that's what they kind of figured out.
Disney bought the remaining 15% of BAM Tech in 2022 for $900 million.
Yeah. What do you mean the remaining 15%?
Disney had been gradually buying.
Oh.
And there was baseball, the final 15%. Disney bought for $900 million to own it outright.
So it was worth whatever that number is, right? I mean, that's a shit ton of money. But
so that the way it says here, that the backbone of that is Disney Plus. That's why they bought it. They bought Disney Plus off that. Work. Yeah.
I mean, that's a super valuable thing. It's probably worth 5 times that much. That's a super valuable.
It generates
that platform.
In 2012, it was generating $620 million a year for baseball. It was 13 years ago. So what would that be now?
Yeah,
it'd be $1 billion a year.
Yeah,
and they sold it for they sold the last 50. They sold it for a lot of money, but now
they sold for a lot of money. But
they're done. There's no more money coming in. Yeah,
it's the equivalent or almost the equivalent. And I'm not like I don't know this exactly. Like I said, I don't know enough. I'm probably talking out of my ass. But it's kind of the equivalent of the city of Chicago selling the parking meters.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what it is, right? You think you get a lot of money, but then the revenue's done.
Right.
You invest wisely because there's no more revenue coming because you
wind up paying an investment company for it.
Right.
Yeah. All right. And I think that a lot of it's just I'm not going to get into platform versus software or anything like that, but it's super interesting stuff. It's what AI gets built on. It's really good. It's interesting. Trust me on this. Go learn about it. It's interesting.
I trust you, Oleg.
Thanks.
All right. Well, when we do this next time, there hopefully will be some new Cubs.
Yeah.
And they'll be back in first place. How are the Marlins doing? Or the Mariners? Who are they playing? The Mariners.
No
score in the third.
Yeah, no score in the third. Yeah.
Right,
it's future guy that traded for Ian Happ, Logan Gilbert against.
Yeah, Logan Gilbert. Yeah.
Jacob Mizorowski.
Let me be the first to welcome you all to the Scoreboard Watching Club, where I've been since April.
I don't know. I've got another.
I'll see you there in September.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's when I will start. It's like even last night, they're out on the West Coast. The Cubs lost. It would suck if they're not in first place. Well, maybe I should watch. Fuck it. I watched Taskmaster.
Oh.
So I've seen a bunch of layers. I'm going through watching them all. I'm on season 7. I'm on the James Acaster season. So I think of you.
Oh, yeah. So wait, so this is something that I learned, and maybe we can talk about this offline if you feel like we should. But like the all of the comedians who are on it for a whole season, right?
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
just one. They don't change them out every show.
Right. They cast 5 new comedians. They used to be the seasons were 6 episodes, then there were 8, now they're 10.
Okay.
Season 7 was the first 10 episode season. So you get 10 episodes of James Acaster.
Yeah. Okay.
And it's
Oh, that's
funny,
awesome.
he's great
Okay.
in it. He's
Yeah.
not the craziest one on the
No.
no. In fact, they're all good. So season 6, 5 people I never heard of ever.
Okay.
And I'm starting to
Okay.
watch this going, I don't know if it's gonna be good. It's an amazing season. Like,
Yeah.
some of the comedians I'd never heard of. There was this one lady who just looks like this like middle-aged mom. It's like, why is she
Yeah.
on? She was fucking hilarious.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Lisa somebody.
Yeah.
They're all good. So
Yeah. Because I know most of them just from like it coming up, not Taskmaster, but Cats Does Countdown coming up in my feed
right.
all the
Yeah,
time.
I
So you kinda
usually
get to
I
know-
recognize 1 or 2 of the comedians every
Yes.
season. But
Yeah.
it's the season 6 I didn't know anybody, and I was like, oh, it's really good. It was a great season. So
How? Sorry, where are you watching it? What are you streaming it on?
it's just on YouTube.
Okay. Because in this last season, what is it? Whatever season.
That was
now-
19.
Oh, that was 19. Oh,
So that one
holy
was
shit.
Jason Mantzoukas,
Yeah,
where
yeah,
his
that
whole
guy.
goal was to destroy the show.
Yes.
There's a guy on season 7. What is his name? Who is doing the same thing. He's like
Okay.
he's like intentionally, and he's one of Greg Davis's like best friends.
Okay.
And he's just when he can't figure out a thing, he just goes nuts. It's the very first thing they do. I won't even give it away. The very first thing they do on the first show, he makes Alex Horn do something that is absolutely hysterical. I couldn't believe
Oh,
that
man.
he did.
All right.
It was like,
All right.
that's a great one.
It's such a good show. Like every clip I watch. I just
Acaster
love
one,
watching it.
the things he
Yeah.
does in the tasks are funny, but where
Yeah.
he's great is just on the panel
Yes.
because he's so quick that
Yes, and
somebody
he's
will
so
say
funny,
something
yeah.
and
Yep.
then and he waits just the perfect amount of time
Yes.
and then you hear him and it just everybody else loses it.
That's the thing
he's
about his
very
comedy specials. His timing is impeccable. Like I mean, who the fuck am I to talk about comedy? But it's just he's so good and he's so funny, and that's what makes his comedy specials. And then he knows when to bring back, like when to kind of bring back a joke from earlier. He's really really good at what he does.
Yeah, I confused some people on Blue Sky, which doesn't take much. When I was first starting to watch the shows, because the first 2 seasons on YouTube were censored. The only way they were censored
Oh.
was when they swore there would be a bell. There's that kind of bell you
Okay.
hear at the end of the credits,
Okay.
and it was driving my dog nuts.
Oh.
Luke would bark every time the bell went off. So I complained about it, and Fells and Slakey are like, what's that censored? But when you get to season 3, they're not censored. So it's like, okay, I didn't realize it was only the first 2, but I was like, we got to stop this bell. In fact, there were times I would go to watch it and he was asleep on me. I'm like, I'm not going to watch it.
Oh.
It's going to wake him
Headphones,
up
man.
and then he's going to bark at me and he's going to run around the room. And
Headphones. You've got headphones.
yeah, but I got 2 TVs. I can't be confined.
Stupid Bluetooth only doing a 1-to-1 connection.
Yeah.
Oh man, I can't pronounce. I know that it's probably uncouth to talk about messages on live, but that's not Pusateri.
Oh, I thought that was Pusateri. Whoops.
No.
Okay.
Oh man.
Okay.
Donahue's gonna kick
Only
your
number
ass.
1, Mike.
It's
It's
Donahue.
your number 1.
But how is
Donahue. Donahue.
He's at the
Shoot.
game.
No, he's not, is he?
Yes,
Oh. Interesting.
but it is. That's his picture.
Yeah. Maybe he's getting hacked as we speak. Maybe somebody else knows.
Oh, he's probably watching us. It's 6-0
At the game?
Yeah, screw this.
It only got to 6-0 in the last half inning. Or in the last inning.
Yeah, because I looked at it too. I can't. I have the big screen for the other thing, so I can't see the picture very
Yeah.
well without my glasses. So I was like, I think that's Donnie, but I don't. But it can't be. But it is.
I gotta put my glasses on to make sure. No, I'm pretty sure.
God, we're the oldest. It's Let me see here.
Yeah. Come
Get my
closer. Come
Oh.
closer. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
what do we got here?
He just commented right now he's not there. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, he's not there. I
Yeah.
thought that was his excuse for not being able to go tomorrow.
Oh, we'll make fun of him tomorrow.
What the hell? Why are you joining us, Huey?
Yeah.
All right.
Now you better come tomorrow. All right.
Well, go Cubs.
Go Cubs.
Go Cubs. Let's get back in first place tonight.
Oh wait, I'm bad because I gotta play. People can't handle it if we don't play the outro. There we go.
People are waiting for it.
Many of us have herpes.
Post-game show is brought to you by Christ, I can't find it. The hell with it.
It's fitting. It's got to be done with one of the best games of all time. Just unbelievable. I mean, got to congratulate the Dolan family.
Thank you.
Sean, my podcast co-host Andy, you were his favorite player growing up.
Oh, thank you so much. Awesome.